week 11, pretty sure. What is going on in here? Well, there's some exciting things. So we have tomatoes. Well, that's still it. Let's see. There's a bunch of cherry tomatoes in focus. There, and there, and there, and there. Focus. And there. So, oh, I'm back there. It's a whole bunch of cherry tomatoes. Oh, and more over there. So basically every branch, actually, even since yesterday, there's way more cherry tomatoes. Raspberries. Ate the first one. And now there's 2 more coming up here. And then a whole other little bunch that'll pop up over here. So this is actually turning out, like, it's filling out. It's turning out better than I thought it would. Focus, okay. Yeah, so the raspberry tastes like a raspberry. It was kind of like, I don't know, it had more seeds than a grocery store one would have, but it was still good. It tastes like raspberry. And then, do you believe in miracles? Because my dog is a whack job. By the way, it's Penny's 8th birthday. Well, this month. We don't know when exactly, but I assume it's in June. So this is how she's celebrating, apparently. I don't even know what to do. Anyway, miracles. Ready? That's a strawberry. That's a strawberry. And where'd it go? And there's more in here. There's more strawberry flowers. And there's a strawberry. Where'd it go? Wait, I lost it. Ah, where'd it go? There. That's a strawberry. And then I saw more flowers popping up in here. So I really didn't think it would happen, but I'm getting strawberries. There. That's probably going to take a good month given the size of it, but hey, that's better than 0. Then there's the edamame. They haven't done anything. This one's actually growing new leaves back after its decapitation. And these guys are all just sort of doing their thing, I guess. What are you doing? Then, let's see, where should we go next? Well, just for scale, where things are now, let's go over to this spot. So the zucchini has actually gotten pretty big. There's some flowers popping in down there. The leaves are a decent size, considering I put this in, I want to say 2 weeks ago now. It wasn't last week, yeah, this is the week before last. So that zucchini's doing solid, I think. And then the broccoli's actually gotten bigger. It wasn't doing anything for a while, and then the last couple days, these leaves have gotten pretty decent. So maybe I'll have broccoli. I'm still not convinced. I put it in too late. It was just sort of there, but maybe I'll have broccoli. Celery is also growing a little bit. Nothing super exciting yet. There's just still more little leaves popping up, and that's it. Then this beefsteak is doing the best of both of them. You see, there's one there. There's a couple here. I know there's more in the back. Yeah, there's some more back there. Somewhere. I think that's the close one. Yeah, there it is. Back there. And yeah. So at least a couple beefsteaks. I think I counted 6 on this plant. And then there's at least 2 on this plant that I've seen. I haven't looked for more yet today, but I'm pretty sure there's just 2 on this one. This one is the cherry that wasn't doing well somewhere else and I transplanted. It's actually growing, so I might have to cage it soon. And then this is the one I just kind of jammed in the ground. It's green, it's back to life. So I have way more tomato plants than I anticipated, and somehow a carrot seed made its way over here. So I'm just letting that go. What else is over here? I think that's it for this area. Then there's the bell pepper, still not doing anything. My bib lettuce, which I've been cutting. I can't even tell you how much lettuce I've been eating, and it just won't go away. This is a full head of lettuce. Like that is a head of lettuce there. I should probably cut it as a head and just eat it that way, but this is almost a head. That one I've been picking at a bunch. I didn't thin these, like I said probably weeks ago. I was gonna let that one become a head and then see what happens with the rest. So these are definitely just like leaf lettuces, and I've been cutting them for that, and I've been leaving that one alone to see what happens. But they're pretty big, like hand. The kale, I'm actually gonna chop a whole bunch of that off next week. Yeah, next week. Because I'll be on the road and I need my lettuces. So I'll probably take that head of lettuce and a bunch of kale and some of the other lettuce too that I'll get to in a second. Then back there is the cucumbers. And one plant is doing really well. It's up to there and it kind of trails down. I wonder if it's the sun or the shade or something, but it's interesting how it sort of created that perfect angle. And then that mess is the peas. And I've had to reinforce the trellis. It was basically leaning on the fence after a whole bunch of rainstorms and stuff last week. While I'm over here, that's the eggplant. That one had a flower last week, and the flower died. You could see it probably on the ground right there. There's new flowers popping up. You can see like there, but I don't think, especially that one, but I don't think that one has like the leaf structure to support growing an eggplant. So yeah, they're there. The other ones are looking way better, so I'm not super worried about these two. They're just taking up space, which is kind of annoying. Okay, so in cucumber land, these are actually, they used to be my best plants. Now they're my okay plants. Lots of flowers on them. Let's see, flowers. Lots of flowers here. My farm hand has to be under my feet at all times. Tons of flowers down here. So, I don't know. I haven't seen any cucumbers come off of these yet, though. And the ones that did seem to have petered out. But there's lots of flowers, so that's promising. And it's still pretty early, so I think it just needs some time. And these guys, well, that's the seed that I lost and just appeared. And then that one's just not doing anything. I don't remember which varieties these are anymore, but this is a different variety from that one. But that's a good leaf. Okay, then the peas. We have tons of peas. I've been eating, I lost track of how many peas I ate, but peas, peas. These are snap peas. There's a whole bunch there. There's a bunch growing in there. Whole bunch of flowers everywhere. All of these were like little white flowers yesterday and the day before, and now they're little baby peas. I don't think it'll focus, but let's see if I can, like, there's a little baby pea right there. See it? So that's cool. There's gonna be a whole bunch more here. Wait, here. And there, and everywhere. So this one's actually ready to eat. I'll probably eat that now. None of these peas have made it in the house. I basically eat them as soon as they come off and they're gone. And this has gotten so large I can't even walk past it anymore unless I shove everyone in, so shoving everyone in. And this side is the snow peas, which are the puffier, I think I got them backwards. I think these are the snap peas and those are the snow peas. Anyway, these are the puffy ones, those are the flat ones, whichever one is which. So there's some here, there, I know there's a bunch up here, like this guy is actually pretty puffy already. And then there's one there, and there's a bunch down there. So getting to Pea City, which is good. This is way taller than me now, like even not even taking into account the fact that it's a raised bed by about 8 inches or something. That is significantly taller than me. So probably should make a bigger trellis next year. And yeah, so that's the peas. Carrots. I didn't realize I planted those next to each other. Let's see. So these guys are doing really well, have huge leaves. Those aren't doing as well, but they're still pretty big. This one here is probably just about a foot tall. That's my knee. That's probably just about a foot tall. I haven't seen any carrots peeking up yet, so it's still probably too early for that. Nothing, but we have leaves. And then these are starting to catch up. These are the ones that I thinned from here and just kind of plucked in there. And they're getting taller, so maybe I'll get something out of there. And then I don't know what's wrong with that one, right in the middle. He's in this field. It's like the Stuart Little house. All of these are big, and then, hello. Then there's this lettuce, which I have been cutting non-stop. This was probably about this tall, and coming over the sides of all the corners, or both corners of, edges rather, of the garden bed. And I've been chopping away like almost every day, eating lettuce, and it just will not go away. There's so much lettuce in here, and it's really good actually. Some bits, like some of the bigger pieces, have gotten a little bit bitter because I think I let them go a little bit too long, but this is like an endless supply of lettuce. I've been eating so much lettuce. I'm gonna plant way more of this next time because it's really good. And then the onions are onioning. All right, that's this whole bed. On to the next section. Ta-da! So that corn is probably, I don't know, 4 inches, not even, off of regular ground level. But if I stand on the edge of this, it's probably, that leaf is well over my hip. I want to say that's at least 3.5 feet tall, right there. So this corn is doing awesome. Even that little plant, which I don't know where it came from, is catching up. And the decapitated one, it has some Finding Nemo style injuries. It looks like is it Scar? The fish, the Godfather fish in the fish tank. That's that plant. But yeah, awesome corn. I'm excited about this. And then look at these, whoops, that's me. Look at these cucumbers. Like this leaf right here is huge. And they're just getting bigger and bigger every day. Like there's tons of leaves like that. And it's growing up and down. I've been training them almost every day. I've been coming out and trying to train them up the trellis. So I think we'll have lots of cucumbers from these plants. The other ones are looking okay. I think I'll probably get some smaller cucumbers, but I have my bets on these for like big cucumbers. And then these eggplants are huge. Like these leaves are massive. Whoops, that's my shadow. Massive. There. I thought I saw some, yeah, see, you're starting to get some, oops, I have my hand over the camera, some little flowers here, but I'm really happy with the leaf growth here. I'm pretty sure that these will be able to support eggplants pretty easily. And I actually had to move some stuff that was around here because they grew unexpectedly. So now, is that another flower back there? No, it's more leaves. But yeah, these guys are pretty happy. There's something about this section. It was really late to start, but now it's super happy. What else is over here? I think there's one more tomato plant right there. I haven't seen any tomatoes on it yet. I don't think. Let's see. This is cherry. No, nothing there. And then this is the radicchio. The guard flamingos have been doing a good job. I'll probably pull them out in the next week or so. I want the lettuce to get to the point where Penny's just not going to step all over it. Oh, that's, I don't know if it's technically a lettuce or a cabbage. It's something. And then there's those 2 broccolis that I just kind of threw there. They're not doing anything. Lastly, the wildflowers. Let's see. So, I have 2 sets of seeds in here. The Cheerios ones, which were the first ones I put in, that are kind of like right here. And then the regular ones that I put in normally, which are the far back ones, and these up close. I'm pretty sure that's a weed. I'm giving it a little bit more time to see if it flowers, but I'm almost certain it's a weed, just because it doesn't fit. Like I have a perfect line here that I drew with the seeds, and everything else falls within it, and that doesn't. And it also doesn't look like anything else that's in there, so if it's still there without flowers by the end of the week, I think I'm just gonna yank it. I'm pretty sure it's a weed. But it's cool in here this year. Like, there's some very different flowers from what we've had. We always get, like, well, that's a really crappy one because it's on its way out. But, you know, there's a nice little purple one back there. Let's see if I can catch it. Like those guys, I always get tons of those. You can see them, the pinks and purples everywhere. And those yellow kind of ones we get, and these white ones, obviously. But we have these cool blue ones this year that I haven't seen before. Like, that color is just awesome. There's another one right there. And, like, the colors, I just love the colors on these things. It's probably not showing up very well because it's really harsh sun right now, but and then there's like purple versions of the same, purple versions of the same. There's a cool purple one back there. But then there's different ones this year, I think because of the Cheerios wildflowers. Let me just make my way over, get a better view. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a zinnia, and there's like these red cattail looking things. There's a couple of those in here. And then there's these sorts of flowers that look like tissue paper that I've never seen before. And yesterday it was actually closed up, so it looked like, I don't even know what sort of shape, like one single flower petal, but closed. And now it opened up this morning, so it's this really cool, like, super thin tissue paper looking flower. There's another pink one, but I think Penny got in here, and it's kind of crushed now, but it's in there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's in there. And then there's a couple of other flowers that we just haven't had before, so I'm liking the variety of it and the growth. Like, we'll have some tall flowers here soon. There's some tall ones back there. There's some really cool, like, orangey, peachy ones back there that we haven't had before. And what else is new back here? I think that's kind of it. Just, there's that kind. Oh, that's me. There's like orange there. So I'm pretty happy with the wildflowers so far. They've grown a lot this week. Like, we have way more flowers this week than we did last week. So I'm thinking we're getting to the peak time. There's a whole bunch of buds there and there. I did a lot of weeding. I'm pretty sure that's weeds right there, but I don't really want to mess with that area, so I pulled out a couple. That's why there's bald spots. I might put more seed in there, but I think I'm just gonna kind of let it go. It is wildflowers after all. It's used to competing with other crap, so that's it for this week, I think. Oh wait, one more little update. So I actually put these in a few weeks back, but I was waiting for them to see if they would actually take. But I have cilantro. So that's exciting. I love cilantro. I could eat it with everything. So I know this goes to seed super quick, but whatever. It's fun. And that's it, I think. Mint is still doing well. Basil's still doing well. Not really worth looking at them. Yeah. So I don't know how long it's going to take these tomatoes to turn red. I might have a zucchini by this time next week. I mean, a little baby one, but a zucchini. I'll have tons of peas still. And I'm hoping lots more flowers and maybe the starts of some cucumbers over there. Hopefully the lettuce situation will have tamed itself a little bit, or I'll have tamed it. And more strawberries. I'm really, really hoping to get, I mean, that was the goal all along, to have some good strawberries. But with all these flowers in here, like, maybe I'll get a half dozen strawberries out of that, which is awesome considering I literally stopped looking at this plant. I kept watering it, obviously, because I was watering everything else. I was like, this isn't done, I'm not getting anything, whatever. And then yesterday or the day before, I was like, there's flowers in here! So, yeah, strawberries. Oh, she's being weird still. Penny, it's a pot. It's a pot. Anyway, so that's that. These will probably be eaten by next week, and see you then.